Now that I have my elastic sewn in a loop, I'm going to close up my scrunchie. This is the final step, and I want to fold all of this, like this edge right here, I want to fold it in about 1/4 of an inch and then line it up with the other side, also fold it down about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to open up that seam and I'll fold it down about 1/4 of an inch. You can use a seam gauge here if you feel like you would like to do that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'll open up that seam and then fold it down about 1/4 of an inch, and I'll match those two seams together. Once they're matched up and I have those folds lined up, I'm going to put a little pin in so that stays lined up. Then I'm going to just do, so that kind of splits my gap in half, and now I'll go in the middle of this side and pin everything in place. And then I'll go in the middle of this other side and pin everything in place. I'm just going to tuck it under. I want my folds to line up together, and I'll pin them. And you can put in a couple more pins if you feel like you need it. Like right here, it's opening up, so I'll probably put another pin in there and just kind of pull that all nice and flat. And pin that. And I'll probably put just a couple more pins in. But the idea is I want it to look really, really nice and easy to sew, because I'm going to sew this at 1/4 or 1/8 inch seam allowance. And when I do 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, it is very, very, like, you have to be very exact. So you want these folds to be lined up right with each other, okay? You don't want to have anything that's not lined up just right, because 1/8 is very small, so it's very easy to make a hole if we're doing 1/8 seam allowance. So once I have that all pinned very well, I'm ready to move on to sewing.